Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, dear friends and viewers. We are very happy to be back on your screen again, and today with us extremely charismatic Latin professional lady, a person who can easily turn herself into any character and look in harmony doing it. Very dedicated sportsman, and I think her look talks by herself. Please welcome Laura.
Hello, Larechka.
Hi girls, thank you so much. You're so sweet, so kind.
Good morning. True, it's all true. How are you today?
Well, I'm turning red like my dress now.
That's good, that's good. Okay, good start then. Actually, to start with, we wanted to ask about your childhood a little bit, because I think not so many people know the details that turns your personality, how you are today, yes? So actually, we know that you grew up mostly with your mother. Is it correct?
It's true.
Yeah.
True, yes.
So how was it for you? Was it difficult? Was it not? Can you explain?
Well, actually, I feel that I've been very lucky and blessed to have my mom for mom, because I think she's the best mom in the world, for sure. And she has been honestly everything for me. So she has taught me everything, has been there always for me every step of the way. And I feel very, very lucky that actually, yeah, of course I have a father as well, and I do spend a lot of time with him too, but I always lived with my mom and my brother. And yeah, my mom honestly have given me everything, so I feel very, very lucky that
But
I grew up this way.
With your father.
Yes, I have great relationship. Yes, also he remarried when I was very little, so for me it's very, very normal. I feel like I have two moms also, and another two siblings. And yes, I feel lucky that the family is actually quite big. Yes, of course the closest family was always my mom and my brother, that we always stayed together. And yeah, they have been with me all the way, always, even now, every day on the phone. I have my freedom, which is a great thing. Like, she would always, you know, let me go out as long as I want, in a way. Yeah? Can you imagine? So I know some people would be jealous of that, but actually I didn't take advantage of it, because she was giving me that freedom. I was like, okay, I need to take it responsible, and I can't, you know, abuse that freedom. So yeah, but she was also very strict. If she had to tell me something, would be just like one word, and I would be like, okay. So I feel like also like puberty, let's say, I had it when I was like 5 years old. That time I was really a rebel, and then after that I was, I think,
Can't imagine you rebel.
oh yeah,
Really?
no, yes.
So you
No, I will not do that. No, everything no, you know. So, but also great was that I have a lot of cousins. So apart from my brother, we were always surrounded, all the family always together, every family party. So and I always felt like I was organizing everybody already since the little age.
As always.
Yes, but it's the same, you know, like, because my mom is also like that. She was quite a leader, so I think I picked it up from her, you know. And like when we came to my grandma after school, all the kids, I would be like, okay, feeding this one, helping my grandma to give food to that one. It was always, yeah. But I think I took this from my mom, of course. Very caring, but also quite a very good leader, I would say, yeah.
So actually it's amazing, because what I respect very much about your personality is that you like to work hard. You don't take things for granted. And
That's true.
sometimes
Yes,
when girls are brought up only by their moms, not always, but sometimes it can happen that, you know, they have a little bit of thinking that they need to marry a rich man and have it lightly in a way.
No,
But I never exactly,
like
and I never get this vibe from you, that as an instinct you have the desire to work hard for your success.
I do. I think maybe because of my parents both, actually. My father was in the national team in ice hockey, so actually he's been he's very sportive and athletic type, you know, so he was always goal orientated in that way. So that's what I'm getting, I think, from him, because my mom is totally not athletic type. She would be always like, no, we maybe just, you know, take a taxi, or let's take the elevator, no stairs, you know.
Based on that, as Anya already said, I think we agree that you are a hard worker, everyone knows that. But what about, did you work only in the dancing industry, or there were some other kinds of work that you needed to do to support your dancing, maybe?
Well, okay, so as we all start, you know, like start to take care of ourselves and for the dancing as well, for our life, we maybe sometimes have to find something outside the dancing. So actually, for example, my mom, she makes dresses for dancing. That was always her dream to do when I was also a little girl. And when I moved to Hong Kong, I started to make dresses as well.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yes, I was making dresses. I was actually also in Holland before. When I was living in Holland, I was making pants and shirts for guys, so sewing and all of that. And when I came to Hong Kong, you know, here is a big possibility to get the materials and all of that. So I was making dresses, of course. When I first started dancing with Lenny, with my previous partner, I moved to Holland and also to Denmark, and in the beginning I had to find something to support. So even we were actually cleaning, you know, like I was cleaning in offices, anything that would help me to support my living and dancing, you know. In school I was studying psychology, and that was my dream to also pursue and continue doing, actually more for service and stuff like that, like marketing psychology, not so much as a clinical, like, you know, treat patients, but in a way what works and what doesn't. So yeah, never got to do that one, but let's see, who knows.
COVID situation does miracles.
Yes,
So we are learning a lot of things on the way.
That's true. Oh yeah, now I'm a hairdresser too. I cut Massimo's hair.
And yours too.
Yeah, I always cut my fringe. I have to make sure it's done, you know, so that for sure. I mean, the hair, my hair I don't cut myself, but the fringe, always. No one touch it, only me. Yeah.
So the way you was growing up, and then how you needed to work hard for the dancing to happen for you, how would you describe yourself right now? Are you more a competitor or an artist? Because obviously those experiences, they shape you in a way, and they after influence how you are as a dancer.
I think it is hard to divide that. I think it is very going one like hand in hand together, you know, because to be an artist, you also are a competitor, and to be a competitor you also have to be artist, you know. I feel it's both very much connected, and it needs a balance. For someone maybe the balance is a bit more that, but it can't be one without the other. So yeah.
So for you, how is it balance?
I think it's changing, you know, depends on what's right now. Yeah, I feel I'm both every day, because you have to keep going and be goal orientated all the time. Even I feel like compete with myself every day, for sure. Like I'm pushing myself every day, like, okay, what can I do better today, what I did yesterday, for sure. And as an artist, it's the same thing, because you want to develop your art, you want to develop yourself. Yeah, in dancing we are the artist and the art at the same time, so you have to keep on working both. Yeah.
Slovakian girl, Ukrainian girl, and there is also Russian girl standing with the Italian flag.
Actually, this was in Shanghai, one of my most favorite competitions. Actually, I love this competition in Shanghai. And we are there standing, me and Anya and Dasha, and we look at each other and we are like, oh my God, we look like Italian flag. We are competing against each other, but we are all part of one community. We all have same or very similar dreams. We are all in the same situation, so it kind of like comes forward, and you feel part of the group that gives you power, and it's really nice. Yeah.
What is happening on this photo?
We're just moving furniture around the house. We do this daily, you know.
What was the idea? Can you explain?
From our jive show, yes. And actually, I mean, jive is one of Massimo's favorite dances, yes. And he chose the song, and it says there, "Buonasera, signorina," like "Good evening, lady, Missy. How are you doing?" And like, "Oh, maybe I take you for dinner." So we start to listen to the words of the song, and we're like, "Oh, this looks like a romantic dinner, something." Like, yeah, but how do we get the table on the floor? Like, maybe we should just bring it. And Massimo is like, okay, I'll bring it. And how do I come on? Maybe I'll be on top of the table. So we have one of these tables almost in every country. And we have to twist it and turn it and use the table. And actually one of these tables that we used in Rome for Espen's party in Rome, yeah, after the show, we asked everyone to sign it. We just kept the top part and we actually hang it in Massimo's house. So we have all the signatures. It's really cool, like a nice memory. Yeah.
What's happening here?
I love doing shows. So this was actually my birthday party in Hong Kong that I organized in one of the dancing places here. Me and Massimo were doing a show and we wanted to do also something together with our friends. Okay, let's do something fun together, and it will be nice to surprise people and also to have fun between us. Okay, Laura had to become now part of the Italian mafia, like onto the floor. And then we were dancing, having fun, changing partners. Then at some point Massimo was dancing with Manuel, like just out of nowhere. You know, we are all here in a place together. Of course, we are all busy, but it's nice that we can connect together and spend time together.
You have quite not nice, I think, experience in your life that your previous partner had some issues with the drugs. And how was it for you, and why you think that people falling into it?
Well, yes, that's definitely a life experience, I think. You know, I think it is hard to say why people falling into it. What I feel from my own experience is that I think if you feel okay in your life, like you feel that every day is kind of, you have something to live for, that you have something to look forward to, that, or whether that's every day or in the future, you don't feel like you really need anything else to try. But you know, it's like already if we start with alcohol, you do want to sometimes kind of like maybe switch off your mind or feel like it's going to give you some other happiness, maybe temporarily, yeah, but in the long term I don't think this is really the best solution. And what happens when people start to believe that this is maybe the only way, because they feel that their life, everyday life, is quite heavy, or maybe they don't feel happy, whether that's fears, insecurities, it's many things that can cause that, you know. Like actually with him what happened was that he broke his leg. You know, and when he broke his leg, we had to stop dancing and everything, and then there was even big chance that there was a 50% chance actually that the leg might be amputated. So this is very scary thing in life in general. So and then, you know, you don't know, are you gonna walk again, are you gonna, so people start to maybe think of like, yeah, where is the escape, you know, or what else can you try to find in life to soften that, or yeah, so I think it comes often from unhappiness, from pain, from things like this, fear. Yeah.
So, but you were always by the side, and you danced actually so many years together, right?
9 years together actually, and I feel we were both always supporting each other. I have actually very happy memories of this time because we grew together. I started to dance with him when I was 19. That was the first time I left my mom's home, you know, and we started to grow together as you know, two young kids, first time living abroad, and we were always supporting each other because also, you know, I didn't have maybe finances to really support my dancing. Not that he really had to support our dancing, but for himself it would be maybe okay. And from the beginning he would stick with me always and say, don't worry, we will make it. And I was the same, so we were both always sticking together. So when he broke his leg and all crazy things started happening, I was like, okay, I'm not gonna leave him now because we already started together and we are supporting each other, so why should I take this like first little thing, well, it wasn't little, but still, let's try to stick together and make it through. And we did, and actually came back even stronger after that. So
many people, mostly now because of pandemic, for many of us the dancing is our life. We're living it, you know. And I think some people can be lost maybe, you know, to find themselves, so they don't know what to do. And I think this
everyone can get very lost, even you know, you get into depression very easily, and this is a very normal thing. I think the very important part about it is to kind of acknowledge that and like, okay, you know what, actually I don't feel okay. I feel depressed. I feel I don't know what I'm going to do. Maybe I feel I even have no future. You don't know where you're going. Why am I doing what I'm doing? You know, why I go to run every day and stay fit if there is maybe not even competition coming up. So I think the important thing is that you understand that, like, okay, I don't feel okay. And start to, already the realization will help you. That's a big step, because then you already understand, like, okay, maybe there is a solution for this too, or maybe I can do something else or keep myself busy in another way. And I think this is very important. It's you know, great to see on Instagram everybody happy and everybody, yes, I feel so excited and working out, but it's not every day like this. Of course it's not. We all get upset, we all get into depression. But then, you know, it's important you talk about it and you find someone who can help you with that. So we always talk to our psychologist, you know, and like, okay, so, you know, I had a little breakdown even like in the beginning of the 2020 because I really felt like I lost almost all emotions. It became like so, like I felt nothing. I was so happy to be in a way with my family, because we were in Europe with the family. And I was glad to be with them the first 2 months. And then after I felt like, okay, now I'm spending time with them, but I'm not dancing. And then when I go to practice, I felt like so empty, and I started to feel like everything was collapsing. So I think the important thing at that time was like, take it really slow, don't push yourself to do anything, and do something that will recharge yourself. So I started going for walks to nature. I started going to forest every day. I needed time completely alone, even without Massimo, that usually we are always together. And just, you know, recharge. Do only things that you enjoy. I started cooking. I started, you know, spending time with people, reconnecting with people that I haven't seen for a long time, that actually brought me back to myself. And this is, I feel, very important, that you start to, okay, so realize that, recognize it, and start to do something about it.
That's, first of all, deserves a great respect, that you can talk about it openly and being true to yourself, and actually recognize your own feelings and not being afraid to say it out loud, because nowadays it's happening very rarely.
Yes.
But then coming back to the story of your dancing life, we all know that now you are with Massimo, and you are great partnership in and out of the floor.
Yeah, we want to kill each other every day, but
That's a normal thing. That was actually makes it in a great partnership. Can
Like
you give
married couple.
no, seriously, not in a way that you are perfect, but in a way that you stick with each other, exactly how you described it. So which advice could you give to the viewers, and probably to younger generation, to first of all find that best partner for yourself, and then to keep it that way?
I feel that the most important thing when you're looking for a partner for yourself is to always have the same goal. I think this is the most important. I mean, okay, of course, physically you kind of have to fit together, let's say, and but I feel really the most important is actually having the goal. Because if you have the same goal, you can overcome any obstacles. And the will to follow this goal, yeah? Always trying to find solutions and be solution orientated. This is very important, because many times, you know, we get into these little fights, and no, I said this and it's like this, and you have to kind of, you know, dismiss that and start to feel, all right, we are working as a team, we are not against each other. And even, you know, sometimes, of course, we say sometimes things to each other that you feel, maybe I shouldn't have said that, or you feel and you can see you really hurt maybe that person. But actually it was maybe because I was frustrated even with myself, and I didn't really directly meant it to hurt him, because I don't think in the end you really want to really hurt someone to say something, but it can happen by accident, and you have to realize, okay, if I'm wrong, I have to say sorry. And I always have to find a way to make it work together. So we don't go to sleep before we actually go kind of like, you know what, actually overstep today, I'm sorry. Or like we need to kind of, you know, come back to a ground together and work as a team. For me, this is a first partnership where actually he's my boyfriend as well, right? So this was for me something new to learn to deal with. So in the beginning, that was a little bit harder because it's not easy to keep it separate in a way, or not separate, but to not bring the problems from the practice to your private life, or opposite way. Something happens in the private life and then you go on the floor and you want to kill each other. So you have to understand that you don't really want to hurt that person. So you better just talk calm. The first thing I always go, okay, take a deep breath and now rethink, say it like how you would like someone else to talk to you. That's quite important, I feel. Yeah.
But also I have one little question based on that. How would you find that person who has the same goal? How to understand that this exact person with whom you feel instinctively you want to start dancing? How to be sure that his goals are the same as yours, and maybe when success comes or when troubles comes, you never know, but in 1 or 2 years the goal will remain the same.
Yeah, it's true, and actually that's what also happened with Lenny, that our goals actually in the end I felt changed, and that's why in the end we decided to separate. But I think sometimes you don't know. Sometimes you don't know, and you do have to take that risk and try. You know, like it's the partnership, of course, and I want it to work. If I decide, I had only 3 dance partners in my whole life, so if I decide to be with someone, I want to make it work no matter what. So I will be always solution focused. But if suddenly I feel, you know, it's really not working because we are not on the same page, well, then maybe you do have to change. But that would be probably the last option. So you don't know. Sometimes you just need to take a risk and go for it 100%, I would say. So, you know, your goal might be that I just want to dance 2 times a week and want to dance for fun. Great, if you find someone who has the same goal, yes. But maybe then one of them, opposite way, decides like, but you know, actually I want to do it more now. Then you have to see whether the other person is going to share the same goal with you, or you might have to find someone else. Yeah.
A little game.
Christina is about games.
I'm about fun, and this deep conversation is not for me. So, I have never ever forgotten the routine on the competition. I have.
I have.
Okay, that was easy. That was easy. Okay, I have never ever thought about plastic surgery.
I have not thought about it, but I had to have one little correction on my eye when my cat scratched me. So I have not thought about it, no, but I had to have it done because of the little accident, yeah. Just because of the accident.
I have never.
Me too. I think natural is beautiful.
The bigger the better.
I have never ever pretended I know someone whom I didn't know.
That I do all the time.
Maybe.
I think I had on the comp, especially when you are so focused in your comp and you literally go and someone, hello, how are you? And you're like, yeah, hi, and
That's what I
then like,
meant.
I have never ever mixed up the air tickets. So did you fly somewhere where you shouldn't?
No, actually, I could manage to change it in the last moment, but but then it was a big drama about it. So
For me, many times happen with the dates. Like if, for example, dates, but months, you know, for example, we need to fly on May to Blackpool and I buy May next year or something like that.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, I have never ever forgotten to do visa.
I think I know. Because actually I don't have to do so many, so I think, yeah.
Me, I have never, because we all Ukrainians, we need visa everywhere. So like, you know, wherever you fly, okay,
I
visa.
think I have, but to Joel actually. I have never ever lost a wallet.
Oh, I think for sure. Oh, for sure I have.
I have been stolen, but not
Yes, actually.
Okay. I have never ever was unhappy about the marks at the comp.
I have.
Really?
Everybody had at least once.